Two U.S. Park police officers have been cleared in the shooting death of Bijan Ghaisar. The Interior Department's Office of Inspector General ruled that their actions did not violate agency policy. Fox 5's Maureen Ume is live this morning in McLean with the latest details. Maureen.
That's right. So this ruling really aligns with a lot of rulings in this case involving the two officers and the shooting death of Bijan Ghaisar. It's been 7 years since this all began. The Office of Inspector General basically ruling that these two officers acted reasonably when they shot the unarmed 25-year-old accountant. Let's take you back to the scene that happened here again on the GW Parkway back in November of 2017. That Ghaisar fled from a minor fender bender, leading officers Lucas Vineyard and Alejandro Amaya on a pursuit along the George Washington Parkway. After being stopped twice, the officers fired 10 shots, hitting Ghaisar multiple times. He died from his injuries days later. A nearly 7-year-long investigation by the Office of Inspector General found that the officers acted in accordance with the policies in place at the time, including their use of deadly force. But one officer was found to have violated protocol by striking Ghaisar's SUV window with his gun. The FBI and Department of Justice declined to pursue charges, and a federal judge dismissed a case brought by Virginia. Now, in response to the report, Virginia lawmakers called for updated policies to prevent similar tragedies in the future. And in response to the report, U.S. Senators Mark Warner and Tim Kaine, along with Congressman Don Beyer, expressed their concerns, and they also called for stronger and more transparent use of force protocols. They issued a joint statement saying, in part, as we approach the 7-year anniversary of Bijan's death, we will continue to urge DOI to put policies in place to ensure that investigations around use of force incidents are handled with greater urgency and transparency. Now, meanwhile, the Ghaisar family has disputed all of these rulings that have favored the officers in this case, saying that this was a wrongful death case and that justice still needs to be served for Bijan. They did file a civil lawsuit last year and won a $5 million judgment. But as for the legal proceedings in this case, this final ruling by the Office of Inspector General should be one of the final cases. But again, the family maintaining that they have not received justice, so there could potentially be new lawsuits filed in this case that, as I said at the top, is now 7 years old. That's the latest from here. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you for that recap and the latest in the investigations.